Then he draws a sword and points it at Napoleon's chest. I swear that I will stab my own brother to the heart if he ever makes an assault on the liberty of Frenchmen. The doubters are won over.
Yeah, I would be won over too.
Yeah. It's such a great move.
They planned this?
Yeah, like, did they script it?
Yeah, like...
Oh my god! Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm Veronica.
And I'm Valdemar.
And today is a Napoleon Day.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's an important episode because I think it's the coup in which Napoleon seized power in France the first time. I mean, he became consul after that. It's not when he became an emperor because
That's later.
he became an emperor without the coup. I think he already had enough power to just say that I'm gonna be emperor now. So
Yeah, I think you said before that this episode and then the Trafalgar Battle are going to be big ones. And the Trafalgar Battle is in 2 episodes, I think. So I think we are on to a streak of really good episodes.
no, I think it's only in one.
No, there's
Trafalgar.
another one. There's the one with the Alps.
No, but the Trafalgar episode is just one episode. It's about Admiral Nelson.
No, it's even later. It's in 4 episodes. Sorry.
See, but there is going to be a series of very good episodes because the one is called Napoleon's Greatest Comeback.
Okay.
The next one is Austerlitz, and I think everyone knows Austerlitz. I mean, if you know a little bit about Napoleon,
Yeah,
you know about
you know that name.
Austerlitz. It's the battle, from the movie when they are using those cannons and they are shooting on the ice.
Uh-huh.
And after that, there is a Battle of Trafalgar. So 3 great episodes. And considering how often we are uploading, I think you can expect them in September.
Yep.
Because we upload those Napoleon videos every week, more or less. So in September, prepare yourself. Maybe we will try to post a calendar or something with dates. Mm-hmm. We will try. It's not a promise, but we will try to do something like that so you will know when to expect. Or not, we will maybe it's better for you to have a surprise.
Maybe.
Like you don't expect, and then bam, Napoleon. Like today, like now.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, if you are waiting for this episode, then let us know in the comments because so many people are. I mean, I'm being greedy, but it's like it literally makes my day every time that someone writes, and you always do under these Napoleon episodes. Someone even said that they rewatched our previous reactions, waiting for our next one, and I love you guys so much. It's so nice. I feel like a celebrity. No, but it's
maybe we should wait more.
No, I want to give our viewers what they want. I want to only watch those videos.
Episode is called the Brumaire Coup. Coup is a difficult word in English, and the Brumaire, I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I think it means like a day or a month in this calendar that they had after revolution.
That's strange. Oh yeah.
Because they stopped using normal calendar.
Yeah, they said that in the video. It's
but I
baffling
think the Brumaire is a month. I don't think it's a day of the week. It would make more sense, right, for it to be a month.
We'll see. I guess maybe they will tell us.
And what happened? Do you remember what happened before?
Yes, we were in Egypt and we have now left Egypt.
Yeah, Napoleon.
Yeah, he left and he left his major who was not very happy about being left in Egypt in charge of Egypt, and then he
because they were rebelling all the time, and the Egypt was not a great campaign, but
and we found
Napoleon was able to market it.
Yeah, and now he's very rich, and we found the tables to read the hieroglyphs.
Yeah. The stone.
The stone.
It's a stone.
A table. Stone table.
No, it's just...
It's not like a table, but it's like a table.
Uh-huh.
English is a strange language.
All right. You ready?
I am ready, but make it full screen. I am ready for full screen. The music is half the success.
We need Bonaparte.
What accent was that?
October 1799. After 500 days campaigning in Egypt and Syria, Napoleon has returned to France. And with a small entourage, he travels north to Paris. Everywhere he goes, he is greeted by crowds, embraced by dignitaries, and feted as a conquering hero. But such celebrations cannot hide that France is a country in crisis and despair. Banditry is so rife that Napoleon's own luggage is stolen en route.
Imagine you're thinking luggage from some guy and then you open it and
Prices are
there's
soaring.
Napoleon stuff in it.
So too are taxes. Trade has been decimated by years of war and blockade. There is conscription, censorship, and corruption.
Oh, what a nice literary device with frissies. It's called something. Forgot.
Abroad, France once more faces a powerful coalition of enemies. And though General Massena's brilliant victory at Zurich has won respite, France is not safe yet. But in Bonaparte, many see a savior for the country. Thanks to his own propaganda, everyone has heard of his brilliant victories in Italy
Oh yeah, we
and
had a lot of
Egypt.
examples of that. When he
His
visited the
name is
hospitals.
celebrated in newspapers and plays. The air rings with cries of, "Hurrah for Bonaparte! He will save the country!"
I thought when he mentioned this other victory at Zurich, that the France had to have like a very good military school at this time. They never mentioned it, but I'd guess it had to be a case, because it's not just Bonaparte when you think about it. I mean, he stands out definitely as the best general of this time in all Europe, not just in France. But the rest of them, they are, you don't hear that they like made some major mistakes, and very often Napoleon sends them somewhere and they are very competent.
Yeah, you're very right. And when he was working with the other generals, it's not that he was working with the top generals, maybe lately, but at the beginning. And all of them also had we've seen really a lot of achievements. So I don't think it can be a coincidence. This time...
They made decisions, like risky decisions sometimes, but succeeded.
Yes.
So I think that there has to be a case that in France they really had like a great
I think so. It seems like
academia.
there was very good selection for the generals. That was another word I was looking for.
Just officers.
Officers, that's the word I was looking for.
Not everyone is thrilled by the general's return.
I guess politicians are not very happy for that.
At the very top of French government, some wonder if Bonaparte should not be court-martialed for abandoning his army in Egypt, and now flouting France's quarantine laws. However, Napoleon does now have a letter from the Directory ordering his return to France, though he acted before receiving it. There's also concern that a move against such a hugely popular general could easily backfire. For his part, Napoleon regards the government with contempt, a sentiment he's happy to share in private. Over breakfast, he tells General Thibaut, "These men are bringing France down to the level of their own blundering. They are degrading her." Well, what can generals expect from this government of lawyers? To Napoleon,
So the
it's
hatred for lawyers
self-evident
has been going
that
on for a long
he
time.
would do a better job, given all his glorious achievements in Italy and Egypt. Since 1795, France has been ruled by the Directory, a five-man executive whose members hold power for 5 years. In 1799, its members are Paul Barras, Napoleon's first patron, infamously corrupt and dissolute, but a shrewd political operator. He has been a permanent member of the Directory since its formation. Emmanuel Joseph Seyss, a former priest who wrote the revolution's most famous political pamphlet, now regarded as the leading political thinker in France.
I think I know it. What is the third estate?
Then, 3 staunch Republicans
I remember it from
appointed
somewhere.
to the Directory just
Maybe from
4
school?
months ago, under outside pressure. Louis Goyer, a veteran Jacobin and former minister in the National Convention. Jean-François Moulin, a Jacobin general who had commanded in the bloody war in the Vendée, and Pierre-Roger Ducos, a more moderate figure and ally of Sieyès. The other major element of government, the legislature, is comprised of the Council of 500, who draft laws.
I just have a little bit of a meta comment, I suppose, not about Napoleon, but have you noticed the leap in the graphics?
I mean,
there's way more effects than there were previously.
I noticed when they showed the candles.
Yeah, the candles and everything. And even this one, I really like this. It looks like the
budget
budget increased and they got access to a new editing program. That's what it looks like to me. And they're like, oh my God, look at all the things we can do with this, right?
Well, I won't complain for that.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
And I need to focus. Sorry if we won't talk that much, but
this is very complicated.
This is very,
yes.
I mean, not complicated maybe, but important, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I have no hopes of remembering the names, but at least I would like to remember the numbers.
Yeah.
Is comprised of the Council of 500, who draft laws, and the Council of Elders, who approve them.
Okay.
Members of both councils dress in extravagant costumes, inspired by their great model, to which they refer constantly, the ancient Republic of Rome. This government, the Directory in particular, is now widely regarded as corrupt, ineffective, and unfit to survive. And powerful men on the inside will play a leading role in its destruction.
But it's already a quote from St. Helena, so at the end of his life.
On his return to Paris, Napoleon takes up residence in the home of the Beauharnais family
look at this 3D
on
editing.
Rue de la Victoire, which has been renamed in his own honor.
Imagine! What? But at the time that he was living there?
Given the
That must get
unsettled
to you.
political climate, he faces an uncertain and potentially dangerous few months in the capital. One man he can count on as a valuable guide, his younger brother, Lucien.
Oh, I remember him from the movie as well.
He serves in the Council of 500 as the deputy for Corsica, and has recently been elected its president. As such, he will be a key player in the weeks ahead. But first comes a stormy reunion with his wife, Josephine, which quickly gives way to a passionate rapprochement.
I don't know
Both
that
have
word.
been guilty of infidelities, but Napoleon is clearly still in love, and his earlier talk of divorce is quietly forgotten.
Aww.
Henceforth,
I don't
Josephine
know.
will prove a faithful wife,
Oh.
and through her social connections, an important political ally.
Okay, so for the good, I guess.
They never mentioned that in a movie, that she was
Paris
a
is
political ally.
awash with talk
They
of
don't mention
plots
politics in the
and
movie.
conspiracies. Rumors of threats from the left, ex-Jacobins, who oversaw the bloody days of the Terror. And from the right, secret royalists who want to turn back the clock. And there are those who seek a third option. Soon after his arrival in Paris, Napoleon receives a visit from France's ex-foreign minister, Maurice de Talleyrand. Talleyrand, a keen observer of which way the political wind was blowing, had resigned from the government in July. Having worked with Napoleon in planning the Egyptian expedition, he now proposes they collaborate on another plan to replace the government of France. Napoleon, disgusted by the current regime, immediately welcomes the idea. Talleyrand then reveals that a member of the Directory itself is working to bring down the regime. Sieyès,
This is a really good portrait.
the country's leading political thinker, has decided that the Directory must be cast aside and that France must have a new constitution, which he intends to write. He plans to sweep away the chaotic, unruly legislature and its weak, ineffectual executive. To save the Republic, radical reforms are needed, and an entirely new form of government.
Okay, it's an executive, so it's going to be the three consuls. So I think he will write this constitution. I guess. Can you imagine being such a important figure in your country? Like we wake up and we are like, okay, I will go to the shop, I will buy bread, I will go home, I will cook a dinner,
And it's
they
hard
are
to
like,
make this
I need to write a constitution for the future generations of my country because the system of legislature is not working, and we need to dissolve the council of 500.
Right, and it's already difficult to choose which bread you want this week. So I don't know how he did that. And also the leap from this, like when he was at the end of the Italian campaign, when he was deciding what happened to those cities, I think. He was writing...
Napoleon.
Yeah, and he was just... That was child's play comparing to what he is doing right now. He just comes back to his country and he's like, okay, we gotta sort this.
But, that was the
and
country that
he's not even 30 at this time, is he?
But it's not Napoleon right now who is writing this constitution. It's the other guy in the directory.
True.
And I guess it's other thing to write a constitution for a country you just conquered. And you're like... yeah, you're gonna do this. Yeah, here. And it's another thing to write a constitution for your own country.
Yeah, when you have to better it and it already has the standards in place. Because if it's a barbarian country, then you just tell them, don't kill yourselves and pay taxes. But in here, it takes a little bit more brain power, I suppose.
I mean, it wasn't barbarian.
I know, I'm just...
They are just
that's why I did the quotes.
They are just Italian.
I know,
but
that's why I
don't
did
be so harsh for them.
Entirely new form of government. Sayes already has the support of another director, Roger Ducos,
Yeah, they
and the
mentioned
president
that
of the
he
Council
was
of Elders,
helping him.
Louis-Nicolas Lemercier.
Okay, wait. So they have a help. So they have two members of directory. They have a president of the Council of Elders, but the president of the Council of 500 is brother of Napoleon. So they will have both presidents of both chambers and 2 of 5 members of the directory.
Okay.
So I don't know if they need the third one or they will just kill them. I guess.
I guess we'll find out.
But it's a pretty good start to have 2 presidents of 2 chambers, right?
Elders, Louis-Nicolas Lemercier. He even has the support of the president of the Council of 500,
Okay.
Lucien Bonaparte.
Oh, fortunate name.
Minister of Police, Joseph Fouché, who has eyes and ears across Paris,
His brother of
is
Napoleon.
also aware of their conspiracy, but has agreed not to intervene. Now, Sayes seeks a sword, as he puts it, a military figurehead to keep the army on side and be wielded at the decisive moment, and then sheathed afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think you...
But
Is that
such
how
a
it
man
works?
is proving difficult to find. Sayes' first choice had been General Joubert, Napoleon's talented subordinate at Rivoli. But he'd been killed earlier that year,
Oh.
shot dead at the Battle of Norvy in northern Italy. General MacDonald is sounded out, but is too much the honest
I think his
Republican
sense of
for
humor
such
is
skullduggery. General Moreau, who has led the army of the Rhine with great success, declines the role. In a moment he will later regret, he recommends Bonaparte.
Oh,
There's your
great.
man. He will make a better job of your coup d'etat than I could.
Wait, does he regret it later? Because he didn't get the
Sayes
fame,
does
or?
not like Napoleon. His ambition is too obvious.
Well, he cannot
It
be
is
sheathed,
Talleyrand
that's for sure.
who persuades Sayes that they have found their sword.
Yeah, but you can shoot it.
Yeah.
On the 23rd of October, Napoleon and Sayes meet for the first time. They agree that the Republic is in grave peril, from enemies within and without, and that the Directory cannot meet the challenge. Within a week, they agree to launch a coup to overthrow the government of France.
He really had a talent for those quotes.
The conspirators plan their coup for the 7th of November, 16th Brumaire, according to
you were
France's
right.
revolutionary calendar.
This is smart.
The month of fog.
Ooh.
It's a risky operation that will
It
take
would be a
2
bad month to
days,
fight the British.
during which any number of things could go wrong. Many of the plotters take precautions. Sayes carries a briefcase stuffed with cash for a quick getaway.
Yeah, I think I do
Fouché,
that too.
the Minister of Police, has drafted orders for Napoleon's arrest in case he needs to switch sides. Napoleon sleeps with 2 loaded pistols by his bed. At the last minute, there's a 48-hour postponement. So instead, that night, Bonaparte dines at General Bernadotte's apartment on the Rue de Cisalpine. They are joined by Generals Moreau and Jourdan.
So they helped them.
He wants the support of these influential generals for his coup. Moreau agrees to help. Jourdan promises not to interfere. But Bernadotte is outraged and warns Napoleon that he'll be guillotined. We'll see, says Napoleon.
So I guess Bernadotte is the
I
one
think so.
ending up on the guillotine.
Day 1 of the coup. Oh, I thought Napoleon used the word dump and that did not fit.
The 9th of November, Paris. In the crisp hours before dawn, Napoleon meets around 60 officers that he's invited to his house. He informs them that he's decided he must act to save the Republic and asks for their support. They affirm their loyalty with oaths of allegiance. The most important man to convince is General Lefebvre, the no-nonsense military commander of Paris.
Okay.
But Napoleon knows his man. He presents Lefebvre with the sword he wore at the Battle of the Pyramids as a mark of his great esteem, and the general is won over. Let's go throw those bloody lawyers in the river, he growls.
But this really shows like how wide his skills went, because he doesn't only have strategical skills, he also really has people skills, like the way that he talked to the first the first army that he got in Italy.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one of his biggest skills.
Yeah, he knows how to talk to everyone. Same with even in Egypt, right? He knows how to sway what they think, and that's one thing to do in the group, but also in the individuals, like here.
Yeah, if you want to be a successful leader, I think you have to be both respected and loved.
Yeah, and very charismatic.
Yeah.
That's why I think we will be coming back to this because there's no way not to. But that's why I hated the movie so much, because he did not seem like a charismatic man at all. He seemed very autistic. Socially awkward. Yeah, and I don't think that could have been the case. Like maybe he was disinterested in like very personal relationships. Maybe, I don't know, with other people. But for sure, he knew how to. Yeah, definitely. Play people. He was not.
You have to. If this is the man you will follow to battle,
Yeah.
It had to be a person that you really admire and, have a deep affection to.
Yeah.
Not this autistic guy that, can't even look you in the eye.
Let's go throw those bloody lawyers in the river, he growls. At 7 a.m., the Council of Elders meets in an unscheduled early session at the Tuileries Palace. Only Sayes's allies have been invited, so without opposition, they quickly passed 2 measures. First, Napoleon is to be given immediate command of the Paris military district, using the pretext of a non-existent Jacobin plot. Second, tomorrow the legislature will move from its usual meeting place in the center of Paris to the Château de Saint-Cloud, 5 miles west outside the city. This, the plotters tell the council, is for their own safety. The Paris mob is famed for its unpredictable and violent political interventions.
Yeah, that's true.
The move is, of course, to protect the conspirators themselves from such an event. At 10 a.m., Napoleon arrives at the Tuileries. He
These names are
speaks
so
to the
nice.
Council of
Tuileries.
Elders, reassures them that the trusted generals Lefebvre and Berthier are by his side, and concludes, "We want a republic founded upon true liberty, on civil liberty, on national representation. We will have it. I swear it." Meanwhile, that morning at the Luxembourg Palace, where the 5 directors reside, Sayas and Roger Ducos announce their resignation and urge Barras, Goyer and Moulin to follow suit. Barras decides to take a long bath and will not be disturbed. Perhaps he is mulling his options or waiting for an offer. When it comes, it is
Imagine you just want to take a bath and then it's written down in history forever.
Yeah.
And some guy using some strange alien technology in 300 years later, well, not 300 years later, makes a video and says that you took a bath.
Yeah.
I'm going to look differently on myself taking a bath.
Who knows what can happen, right?
Yeah, like sometimes
Don't spend too long.
Sometimes you take a bath and you come up with a new law about physics. Sometimes you take a bath and you write a manifest for the French Revolution.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take a bath and
It's a different country now and now.
so many things happen in baths.
or waiting for an offer. When it comes, it is from Talleyrand, the man who perhaps understands him best. With the help of an enormous bribe and the reassurance that he will keep all his estates, Barras agrees to resign.
Politicians.
France's longest-serving director
He wants a golden bath.
and once formidable power broker quietly leaves the stage. He is driven to his country house that evening under military escort. Goyer and Moulin are not so easily persuaded, and so they are placed under house arrest by General Moreau. Their objections are futile. With the resignation of 3 directors, the executive is constitutionally defunct. The conspirators have what they want, a power vacuum, to which they will propose a solution the next day at Château de Saint-Cloud.
Okay. I follow
Will
it
be a
for a
day
moment.
on
Yes, me
which
too.
the future of France hinges.
It's a simple plan, in a
That
way.
evening, as
Very well thought
Napoleon
out.
rides through the Place de la Concorde, where so many had died under the guillotine, he turns to his secretary. "Tomorrow," he says, "either we will sleep at the Luxembourg, or we'll end up here."
The cat's on the guy.
But I think it's an important thing, to say. It's what you often, how you often treat soldiers. You give them no option. There is the only option of going forward. And if you will burn your bridges,
Yes.
behind you, then the only way is forward.
Yeah, literally or figuratively. Yeah. You are on a volcano.
Right.
Napoleon rises at 4 a.m. and rides to Saint
Now I understand why I can never be the general.
There he meets Murat, newly promoted to General of Division.
Oh, we remember him, right?
6,000 troops surround the chateau. Officially, they're there to guard the council members. But as deputies arrive for the day's session, the heavy military presence is impossible to miss. There are long delays. Benches have to be found for the chambers. council members have time to mingle and discuss the many swirling rumours. This time, the Jacobin deputies are present, and they're not happy at being excluded from the previous day's meeting. When the councils finally begin their sessions at 1 p.m, the mood is raucous. The sudden resignation of the directors, the presence of so many troops, the claims of a Jacobin plot. There is much to discuss. The plotters had hoped for a quick vote to establish a new provisional government. But the presidents of both councils struggle to take charge.
Yeah, I can imagine 500 people.
Hours pass.
What? And everyone is so disturbed by what happened. What happened?
Napoleon loses patience.
Okay.
At 4 p.m, he bursts into the
Like
council
he's been
of
awake for
elders.
12 hours at this point, so no wonder.
As he begins to speak, he is heckled and derided. Napoleon is thrown off balance.
Huh.
He rambles, mutters, then hesitates. When a deputy interrupts, "What of the Constitution?" Napoleon flings back, "The Constitution? You yourselves annihilated it." There is uproar. Napoleon continues, demanding action from the council. Anyone who speaks against him, he strongly implies, has been paid by the British. To any such deputy, he warns, "May the lightning of war crush him instantaneously. Remember that I walk accompanied by the god of war and by the god of fortune."
Yeah.
There's a strange argument for us.
I wonder how those guys, the other directors who planned this coup, how they thought at this moment that they can shoot him. Like the guy stands in the middle of the council and he's like, "I'm accompanied by the gods," and he's like, no.
Yeah, don't worry. He was supposed to just stand outside with the troops, but like now he's here, but that's fine. Let's just let him talk about being a god, and that's fine.
It's amazing how history repeats itself. I compare those two characters often, but I had to do it again. Like, it was the same story with Hitler. Like, when the NSDAP won the elections in the 32.
I was just thinking about it too.
In 32, but they did not have majority to rule.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember his name. The guy who was like a very influential politician at this time, and he suggested that, we will make Hitler the chancellor, but then we will be able to contain him.
It was in the undersimplified
have
video
you
as
met
well.
the guy?
Yeah, just listen to him talk for
for 5
seconds.
minutes.
Yeah.
Of war and by the god of fortune. These ill-chosen words seem to confirm the Assembly's very worst suspicions.
Yeah.
By some accounts, Napoleon has to be dragged from the chamber by his staff, shouting, "You are scoundrels! I will have you shot if you don't obey me!"
It's strange that he lost it so much, right?
Napoleon is shaken, but not defeated. Within minutes, he storms down the corridor into the Council of 500, where the president, his brother, has lost all semblance of control. The mood here is of even greater defiance. The deputies have spent the morning swearing oaths of loyalty to the Constitution. And when Napoleon arrives, flanked by grenadiers, he receives a torrent of abuse. "Down with the tyrant," they cry. "Outlaw! Caesar! Cromwell!" These the names of famous generals turned tyrant. As the crowd presses in, he is...
Can you remind me who Cromwell is? Because
I
it
don't
sounds
know.
very familiar.
I don't
It sounds
know.
very familiar, right?
I don't know.
You don't know?
really.
Okay. I thought maybe it's an embarrassing question to ask. Now I feel a bit better. Maybe you guys can tell us if you want, if you feel like it. Otherwise, we'll Google.
grabbed, jostled, even punched. Lefebvre and his grenadiers rush in to extricate Napoleon from the scuffle. They haul him clear and drag him into the courtyard outside.
He's just running back and forth and being dragged and everything. He must be so tired. And again, he's been awake for 12 hours at this point.
Napoleon is rattled
He's
and
bleeding.
bloodied.
Yes.
He seems unsure what to do. His old comrade, General Augereau, now a council member, comes out to see him. "You're in deep water now," Augereau tells him. Napoleon regains his composure. "It was worse at Arcole." Nevertheless, the coup totters on the brink of disaster.
Yeah.
If the council declares Napoleon an outlaw, it could mean a firing squad or a swift trip to the guillotine.
It's almost as many emotions as when they were dying on the battlefield,
But
right?
the riotous disorder has played into his hands. He is the military commander of Paris. When he hears Jacobin deputies are keeping his brother Lucien in the chamber against his will, grenadiers are sent to bring him out. Napoleon attempts to rally troops for a decisive intervention. News of his manhandling by the deputies outrages his old comrades. They are raring to go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had such a strong relationship
But
with
the
his
Legislative Guard, the 400 troops charged with protecting the council, are not convinced. It is Lucien who seizes the moment. He mounts a horse and announces, "Citizens, soldiers, the great majority of the council is at this moment being terrorized by a handful of deputies armed with daggers. These brigands are doubtless in English pay. I declare to you that these madmen have made themselves outlaws by their assaults upon the liberty of this council."
That's a good brother to have.
Then he draws a sword and points it at Napoleon's chest. "I swear that I will stab my own brother to the heart if he ever makes an assault on the liberty of Frenchmen." The doubters are won over.
Yeah, I would be one over too.
Yeah. It's such a great
signal
move.
is
They
given.
planned this?
Yeah, like did they script it?
Yeah, like
Oh my
Bayonets
god.
fixed, troops flood into the Council of 500, with General Murat at their head.
That's epic.
"Citizens, you are dissolved," he shouts. And then to his men, "Get this damn rabble out of here." The deputies scatter. By some accounts, they jump out of windows, leaving their robes and hats strewn across the gardens. Certainly, the conspirators had hoped to avoid the use of troops. But it had always been a backup plan,
yeah.
one that turned out to be desperately needed.
Yeah, now they're gonna try to sheave Napoleon, and they're gonna find out it's not
Later
possible.
that evening, a few deputies are rounded up to form a rump council of 500. Joined by the similarly cowed Council of Elders, they approve the measures that are suggested to them. The
Suggested.
dissolution of the Directory. The adjournment of both councils for 4 months, though they will never meet again. And the appointment of 3 provisional consuls, a term borrowed from the Roman Republic. Emmanuel Joseph Seyes, Pierre Roger Ducos, and General Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah, Sayes reminds me of the guy that I mentioned before, this German politician who helped Hitler rise to power, because it's the same thinking, you know. We will have this guy that is clearly egomaniac, but somehow we will keep him in check, and I will be the one that makes all the important decisions.
Yeah, and it's even like here, he had a great impact on winning over the situation. So it kind of seems like they're like, okay, so we have to reward you with this position, but let's worry not, because there's 2 other guys doing this as well. So you're just gonna kind of be there. You can have a little bit of power, and then you're gonna forget about this, and that's not what's going to happen.
3 years, 8 months since he took command of the army of Italy. Napoleon has risen to the summit of political power in France.
That's not summit yet for him.
He will now be one of 3 men in charge of drafting a new constitution for the Republic. But
That's something.
through his brilliance, energy, and immense popularity, he will soon overshadow his 2 colleagues. Only one man will emerge to rule France. The first consul, Napoleon Bonaparte. And what better way to cement his hold on power than a new military campaign
Oh.
and a return to Italy. Do you want to see our new...
I know this painting very well because it was on the cover of at least 2 of my textbooks in high
It's
school.
Napoleon crossing the Alps.
Yeah, I think.
It was here too.
Yeah. But it was here too, but I just remember it from textbooks. I don't know if you remember because we probably had the same textbooks for history, but it was the.
I don't know.
I think this episode was really needed, the political elements. I'm really glad that we had a little bit of a, break of the pace. It's really good. This series is also very well balanced.
But it was, I think, more interesting for me than the battles because
it was
the
very
battles
interesting.
you normally, I mean, more or less you expect what will happen, but here it's. I knew so little about those events, and so many things happened during those 2 days that I really was very curious to see how this exactly will turn out.
Yeah, and the tides
In
kept
the movie,
turning. It
in
was
the movie, he just marched with those soldiers, pointed guns at the council, and said, "Shall we vote?"
Yeah, and here it's like with the one when he lost control and then it turned back. I mean, it's done in a way that it's gripping. It's just as gripping as when you're learning about people losing lives. This was amazing.
Fascinating with his brother. I really wonder if he improvised this.
Yeah, and also imagine being able to improvise this after such intense psychological stress, because he's there, he knows like the entire future of the country and his family, but he also cares deeply about the country. So he sees it like slipping through his fingers because he cannot control these people. He's being humiliated, embarrassed the whole time, and then they lock him in his chambers. Then they rescue him. I'm just saying how rattled he had to be. And then he gets on this horse and he spits out like the most epic line that's been said in the last 100 years.
Bonaparte's have really.
Can you imagine how
mind.
much Napoleon must have respected him in that moment? Like the bond that they must have had. Yeah, right?
Respect, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I'm good with quotes, but you are something else.
I wonder about their father. Like, was he or mother? Were they like super good with quotes or something?
Like at dinner every day, like dropping bombs. Yeah, it had to be something like that. Did they have any other brothers?
I don't know. Did they not have a sister? I don't know.
No idea. But, at this time, sister, it's like, maybe she was good at quotes at home. What else?
Well, unless she's Josephine, then you can be a woman, I guess, and still be powerful.
I hope it's not Josephine, though.
That's not his sister? I don't think it's his sister. Okay, so the next one we are coming to Italy.
They kind of cut it short with how he became the first consul.
Yes,
they said that because of his immense popularity, he rose above his colleagues. So I wonder if this is all the information we're gonna get.
Wait. But is it chronological? Because I got the impression that like right now we finished with him being the third, like one of the 3 consuls.
No, they said at the end that he became the first consul.
Yeah, but I thought that like they are just giving us a glimpse to what happens in the future. But now we're going to Italy with him still being one of the 3 consuls.
That's what I said. What will happen? But I guess they kind of cut it short. They did not focus that much on how he rose above his colleagues.
But at the point that we're going to Italy, is he already the first consul?
I don't know. We will.
We'll find out.
We will find out in the next episode, I guess. But I think so.
Okay.
Like there is a reason why they mentioned it here now at the end of this episode.
Also, one thing that was missing for me, I mean, maybe not missing, maybe it wasn't a big deal, but I would have liked to see something about the discussions or like what the. I forgot the surname. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yes, that one. What he thought when Napoleon was chosen to be one of the 3 consuls, but because I don't think that was the plan from the beginning.
I think that was the plan.
You think?
Yeah, the plan was to have three leaders, and I think you have to have a military leader. And if you choose if you choose a guy like Napoleon, you would not expect him to now serve under you.
Do you think it would have been different if the military involvement was not needed?
It could have been different, but at the point that it was needed, there was no going back.
It had to be needed because he was the loudest guy at the...
It had to be Napoleon, especially after what he said,
Yeah. Okay, I'm really excited for the next episode. I suppose that can be it for today. It's already pretty long. Let's see what happens in Italy.
The next one is in Italy.
Yes.
And I guess after the Italy, he will declare himself the...
Emperor.
The emperor, because I think in Austerlitz, he already was the emperor.
Okay, then that's pretty soon.
And also, one thing I was wondering about is if he was the first consul, and with such an unstable balance of power in France, when he left for those military conquests, who he left in charge,
I guess we're going to find out.
I think
I
so.
hope
But
so.
it's something that I wonder about, because it's, with such an unstable situation,
it's quite tricky.
Will come back to your country, the guy goes to take a bath and so much things happens.
Yeah, but look, he got so much money out of it. I don't know. And the other guys, they didn't get a buff. They didn't get any money. It was a bad decision.
Okay, guys,
thank you very much
for watching with us.
If you want to see more of us, we also have a movie reaction channel. Just a quick mention. It's in the description box, so you can go and check it out. We have quite a lot of movies there.
But
right
not
now.
Napoleon.
But nothing about Napoleon. We will not have Napoleon. And I look forward to talking to you in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
And have a great day. Goodbye.